Hello, I'm John Buultjens and welcome to my Haro collection. This is the history of Haro between 1982 and 1993. So this is the Harrell Freestyler. This bike was designed by Bob and built by Torker back in the USA in 1982. This bike itself is completely original. I haven't restored anything. It looks exactly the way it was ridden back in 1982. This is the 1983 Harrell Freestyler. I've done this up to basically the way it would have been in the shop back in 1983. Right down to the snake belly gunwale tyres, to the graphite tufts. These are generation 2s. I've had everything re-chromed, repolished, right down to the shotgun 2-seat. This 1984 Sport was brand new in the box. I haven't changed one thing on it. I was so stoked to actually get it because it actually comes with the Haro seat embossed. For Haro, this is where it started for me. My 1987 Haro Sport. It took me 6 months to save up for this bike, but it was my dream to actually ride a Haro one day, so this was the first one. This whole collection started because my parents were moving house and sent my original Sport to me in Australia back in 1998. Now in 1989, Haro came out with the first Bashguard bike. As soon as I saw this photo, I was excited, ecstatic, I had to have it. So this was my first Haro Bashguard Master. When my parents sent the bikes over to me, I wanted to restore it, which I did. But then I wanted to restore the red one as well as the chrome one. So I had to get all 3 colours. Then the obsession started. I ended up going from 3 1989s to 3 1990s. Across here they actually have the Sport. This Sport was 1990 Bashguard bike. It wasn't even available in the catalogue. This is the Haro Air Master. This bike, myself, I completely destroyed with my riding, and I know so many others around the world did. To find an Air Master in this condition in 2012 is virtually impossible. I'm very impressed and stoked on how this bike actually came up. Okay, the 1990 Zolatone Master. This bike I never actually had myself, but when I saw it, I had to eventually have one. Back in obviously 1990, I couldn't afford every single bike that came out by Haro, so I decided to remake the bike itself, right down to the colorway, having the decals made. I even went so far as to make the chain rings, thanks to Tony D, in Taiwan. 1992 Flatland Master. This was basically the last bike Bob designed. So my whole collection was around the history of Bob Haro and what he had created in freestyle BMX. So this was going to be the last bike in my collection, but a few months ago a NOS Sport came up on eBay and I ended up buying it. So I ended up going to 1993, but the whole collection is between 1982 and 1992, the era of Bob Haro. So that's a little insight to my collection of Haro bicycles. I hope you found it interesting. I know it's taken me 15 years to complete it, but I love it.